Hi, good evening, everyone. It's been a rainy day in Delhi, and we hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to What Ginny Reads with Poulomi. Hi, Poulomi.
Hi, good evening, everyone. It has been a rainy day at Bangalore as well, but now it's very pleasant and we can see, catch a little bit of
Okay,
light. Yeah,
all
that's
right.
it.
So, which book have you brought for children and Guinea to read today?
Okay, let me first show the book, The Blue and Other Stories by Suniti Namjoshi and the illustrations by Nilima Sheikh. It's a very unusual book, and it's very important to also then understand Suniti Namjoshi, and she has also done a fabulous work for young adults, particularly uh, by retelling fables, and fabulous feminist fables was something that she did. So this is a collection of short stories rather, and it is a picture book. By no means it is not a picture book, right? But the stories are very interesting. Usually, we follow a story arc which is very conventional, right? That this happened, and which means this. Here, all the stories are told by either the narrator or the protagonist. They are asking you to think, or they are posing a very different question. And I think it's more important. It will be evident if I share one of the stories, right? Like this story is called Bird Woman. So there is this little girl, and everybody notices that she develops wings, and everyone is very concerned because this is unusual. So they tell the parents that you can get it cut, right? The parents said, okay, why should we do that? Then she grows and the wings become more prominent, and everyone comes and says that, okay, we know you don't want to cut it, why don't you get it clipped? And the parents said, no, 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 we don't want to do that. Why? So um so then they say, and I would read it out as is. Well, at least it shows that you are doing something. No, said the parents, and the neighbors left. Then, for the third time, the neighbors appeared. On at least two occasions, you have sent us away, they informed the parents. But think of the child. What are you going to do to the poor little thing? And the last sentence this is how the story ends. We are teaching her to fly, said the parents quietly. So I think as I say, it's an unusual book, um, and you need not also explain it to the child, right? You should just leave it as is and see what are the questions come. And I think we also need to have these kind of stories because often. Um, because of our own structured and controlled mind, we always want to touch, feel, pick everything, that everything should be explainable, right? I think these are the books which stretch and pushes your capacity as a narrator, as a storyteller, and also enables you to think. Like there is this another story, another one of our favorite called the Kingfisher, right? So there is this kingfisher who is considered to be this great kingfisher who apparently has aced how to catch the fish, right? And everyone comes and asks questions also, not from the humility of asking questions, but to show that how knowledgeable I am. Like there was one earnest thing is mentioned as a matter. Is it ask one earnest thing as a matter of understanding the theory perfectly? What exactly do you do? Do you calculate the angle of refraction, the veering vectors of one more fish and all? The kingfisher sighed. She has not understood anything. She said, no, that's okay. So days pass by, and then there is another little kingfisher who comes, and this kingfisher says, listen, I'm bored of sitting here, and now you take over. You sit. He said, listen, what should I do? You tell me, right? Because I look up to you. I want to be like you. She said that. All right, grunted the kingfisher. Sit down and wait. The little kingfisher sat down and waited. Right, she said. Now what? Think. The little kingfisher thought, and after a while she said, I have thought and I have waited. I have waited and I have thought. What happens next? Nothing, the kingfisher told her. Keep doing that. That's what you have to learn, and that's what I have to teach. But what about the fish? Asked the little one. The old one shrugged. Fish are like poems. You catch them when they leak. So, so it's almost like a poetry in some cases, but I think it has been done so mindfully, and it really takes you also as a parent out of your comfort of a story reader or a teller, because the first anxiety you will face, okay, what do I tell out of it? And then I think it will take some time for you to come, it's okay, let's read it together and let's see how both of us, we interpret and we do that. And that is that about this book. I think it's a must try for everyone, mostly for us to come out of your comfort zone of stories.
Right. And the two stories that you picked up, I mean, they are really interesting. I mean, I could
Hmm.
connect with them in different ways. And I mean, of course, the first one was more about, okay, when people see something going differently with you as
Yeah,
compared to
yeah,
others, they think that there's something wrong, while it
yeah.
need not be, something
Hmm,
wrong.
hmm, hmm, hmm.
Uh, and this other one was, how that question about refraction and stuff, that made me
Hmm.
smile,
Yeah,
because I mean, that's true, right? People do want to ask intelligent question. Why do we
yeah,
keep
yeah.
saying, just ask anything that comes to your mind? Why
Yeah,
do you have to
yeah,
frame the questions? Why
yeah.
do you have to think about
Mm.
whether you're sounding intelligent even in your questions?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. In fact, and I think the one with the wings is my daughter's favorite. Not that she
Hmm.
really understand the metaphors, and I don't even want to do that, because she finds it's okay to have wings, and she misses one having, like, she
Right.
misses not having one on her own.
Yeah.
So I think, and that is there where we are. I think it's also very evolving for us as parents to read such books, because
Yeah.
suddenly. You have a material which asks you to instill thinking in the child, which you don't want to do. Most of the time, reading is like that, oh, it's another activity, chalo, we will do that. And yeah,
Hmm.
because even what the child perceives is in your grasp most of the time, right? Here
Right.
it's not, because the questions and the style is very different. So I think it's, I mean, I really, we really enjoyed this book. It was a serendipity that I picked it up. And the publication is Tulika. It's not much known, this book, but I think it's worth reading. And there are many stories. So, of course, you can stay with one for an entire week and come back to it.
Right. Thank you so much, Poulomi, for bringing this book. This is definitely a gem, and we
Mm.
hope everybody else also picks it up, and
Mhm.
because you've already shared two, and we should be
Mhm.
curious to read the other ones in this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There are many more, in fact.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Happy reading. See you next week.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.